Hello my beautiful friends, it's Lisa here from Arcaneandstellar, and I want to welcome you to my channel today for this timeless pick a card reading. We're going to be looking at the next 7 days. So timeless, whenever you come across this reading, it can be meant for you. We have 4 groups to choose from, and of course I encourage you as always to use your intuition to choose the one that's calling out to you the most, okay? So number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I do want to kind of ask a little question just to kind of, I'd love to hear this answer because I had something interesting happen to me today. What are some strong spiritual symbols you've been seeing lately? Have you got like a specific sign? Have you found a feather? Have you seen like 222 a lot? Like what spiritual signs have you been seeing? I want to hear it down in the comments below. Today, what was really weird, I had a very interesting occurrence happen. I found a rosary in my kind of where I plant my flowers. And it's funny because it's not mine. And I've literally planted flowers there last year and this year already too. And I never saw it before. So I was like, whoa, that's really strange and interesting, you know? So yeah, it's a rosary and it has Mary on it. So I was like, oh, how cool is that? But anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' experiences as well recently. Have you been, what have you been seeing? Or what signs has Spirit been sending you? But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, take a moment. I will try to keep this cards up on the screen here for a minute with some music, just for those of you that need a little bit of time to connect. And yeah, and then you can go to the timestamp and find your group. Cool. So anyway, I'll see you in your reading. Hello my beautiful friends. So you've chosen group number 1 here with the teacups. This is going to be your reading. So what is happening for you over the next 7 days from the time that you watch this? So let's get some cards out on the table and we're going to do some fun stuff today. Hopefully you'll think it's fun. We have number 44, victory. Now you know what's funny is, okay, does anyone know how to pronounce this flower? I say nasturtium and that's how it looks to me. But I actually am not sure if I'm even saying it correctly because I just recently planted some near my squash actually to help keep bugs away. And I was like asking for some advice from some master gardeners at my garden center. And they kind of said something totally different. And I'm like, ooh, am I an idiot? I did not know how to pronounce that. So I'm like, who's correct? Anyway, probably they are because I'm just kind of a noob when it comes to gardening, but I would assume that they would know as master gardeners. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and see. You know what's interesting here is I feel like overall the next 7 days are going to be a really, really, really good week for you. Okay, so the next 7 days should go pretty smoothly, pretty nicely. We have, of course, the hummingbird, and it's the card of joy. And oh, look at this. We have 22 and 44. So that makes me think that you guys will be seeing synchronistic numbers because, yeah, obviously, because those are sort of like angel numbers. So maybe the angels are really watching out for you this week and trying to help you have a really good, week as an example. So this could be about also following the dictates of your soul and really following what makes you happy, what brings you joy, okay? I feel like when you follow what brings you joy, victory will await. So when it's like you just kind of dig into what you really like, it's like you're going to be victorious with it. You know what I mean? That's kind of one of the energies I'm getting. I also feel like you might be able to really do a lot and get a lot done this week. And you might find that when you are doing something that brings you joy, it's like suddenly you have all this energy. So if you're ever feeling kind of tired or you're lacking energy over the next 7 days, I feel like you're going to be able to tap into something you like, and suddenly it's like you're just in the zone and you're just, ready to, act. As an example too, it's like your energy increases. Now with the nasturtium, which again, I might be saying incorrectly, this can indicate a firm message of triumph and success over challenges, as well as support being found. They inject the energies of strength and vigor into all that they come in contact with and illuminate ways to find resolution and gain self-confidence and self-reliance. And maybe that's one thing too, is that you're going to be very self-reliant over the next 7 days as well. Advancement is possible now, so get moving. Do not become obsessed with the need to impress others or lose your belief in your own unique abilities. And that's one thing too, is like fighting away any insecurities, I think, will be important too. And then we have the card of gratitude. Now, I feel like that there will be many things to be thankful for, to be honest, over these next 7 days. I think that focusing on gratitude could also be helpful for you. Some of you might be, working on a gratitude journal or practicing that. I would definitely encourage you to do that, because that might be something, Spirit is calling you to do. Gratitude encompasses appreciation, love, and contentment. And that's the thing. I feel like many ways you will find it. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize that they were the big things, is a famous quote, right? And so I feel like for a lot of you, just enjoying the moment. And actually for some of you, there might be moments this week that you're going to really look back on in the future as big moments, just like that quote says. Okay, so giving thanks for the important constants in your life should take precedence over the want for an endless new things. So yeah, what is constant in your life? What is there for you? What is stable in your life? Is it your cat? Is it your dog? Is it your, home? Is it, you know what I mean? Is it your house plant? What is it? That's the constant, and finding gratitude for those things. Okay, your sign here from this book is the daisy. The scientific name of the daisy is Bellis perennis, but it has attained its more popular name as a corruption of daisy, since it opens at sunrise and closes again at sunset. In Victorian times, as well as having the association with purity, the flower was a symbol of love. Girls would pluck away the petals of the daisy, repeating the lines, "He loves me not," as each petal fell away, and the final petal would give the answer. Oh my God, who did that when they were little? I did. The daisy is also a sign of the coming of spring, said to have arrived when the nine of the little flowers can be trodden on. Interesting, yeah. So enjoying springtime, perhaps. I love it. So I thought I'd do one of those. And then I wanted to take this other book here, which is the Animal Spirit Guide Animal book. So repetitive. We got the dolphin. Ooh, the dolphin is such a joyful animal. So take a few minutes today to meditate while playing one of your favorite pieces of music. Listen more and talk less, especially to the more subtle levels of communication from other people and from the natural world. Think and behave more lovingly and positively toward that person that you're having difficulty with. That's very interesting because we have reconciliation here. Smile more at others and notice how they smile back at you. Try dolphin breathing by taking 3 slow, deep breaths, each time exhaling with an audible puh sound. Then observe how you feel. So that's beautiful. Call on the dolphin when things have become routine and monotonous and you need to breathe some freshness into your life. Or when you're having a conflict with someone close to you and you want to clear things up. Or when you're feeling uptight and you want to release all your tension. And I feel like this is the week where you will release a lot of tension. If you've been feeling like a lot of tension, you've been feeling a little bit stressed, I really feel like you're moving towards a better place here. Like I said, with that reconciliation, it makes me feel like you could be making up with something or someone. So if you haven't had a fight with someone, it might be finding reconciliation within your soul, within your heart, you know what I mean? And consigning yourself with happiness, to the joy that you do experience in the everyday, you know what I mean? Even because there is something here about really just enjoying the simple, pleasures that you have, you know what I mean? Yeah, and finding contentment. Look at that. We have the moon and the sun, and then we have the gentleman. For some of you, you will be reconciling with the gentleman, I will say. Maybe an important gentleman, but not necessarily all of you. I think that's going to be kind of specific to some of you, but I do feel here, like with the moon and the sun, this is, next 7 days are really going to be focused on your contentment and, doing things that bring you joy. But look at this. We do have flirt, a flirtatious experience. So I think that you guys will find that a flirtatious experience will happen this week. That'll be nice. Someone's going to be flirting with you. Yeah, we have the garden here. So this could be somebody in your social circle or someone that you kind of socialize with, as an example. Maybe you could be talking to them. This could even be somebody in a public sphere, like you're kind of, out and about and somebody actually flirts with you and you're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oof. Or you could be socializing with someone and they flirt with you. I had a situation at work. There's this English guy. Okay, I better not talk about it. Anyway, he said something that was kind of like, I thought, is he flirting with me? Because I told him I'd make him a tutorial video or whatever. And he was like, oh, then how will I talk to you? And I'm like, oh. I don't know. Maybe he was, I don't know. It would seem kind of flirtatious, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad judge. Anyway. But we have fire here too. So strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. Make sure that your passion's going towards love. You know what I mean? Focusing on love, because I feel like you are a bundle of energy, energetically and emotionally. So make sure you're putting it through the right filter. You know what I mean? Okay, so yeah. Look at that. So we've got reconciliation, we've got flirtatious experience, we've got joy, victory, gratitude, lots of wonderful things for the next 7 days. Oh, family too could also be a focus here. We have bond, home, and background. So you might be focusing on family. For some of you, the reconciliation could happen within your family circle as well. Some of you might have one nightmare this week. And you know, the thing I will tell you, let me see something. Let me just clarify to be sure my thought is correct. It's from nervousness, okay? So your nightmare, if you have a bad dream this week, it's oof, especially in regards, oh my goodness, I think that was, let me just, yeah, especially in regards to a man in particular, like maybe you have a dream that a robber's after you or that some man is stalking you. This is actually just a nightmare. It's not real. Okay, it's from nervousness. It's your nerves playing on you. It's not prophetic. Okay, some of you might worry. So you know, oh my God, is this a prophecy? Am I going to get murdered in the back alley? You know what I mean? And it's like, no. You're not gonna. It's not real. It's just a dream. So yeah. Okay, sorry, I had to turn my phone off. I realized I didn't have it on airplane mode. I hope that did not affect my sound. And we also have commitment here too. Binding, obstruction, and contract. Some of you might be frustrated with a commitment. Maybe you guys have a lot on your plate and you want to kind of get into joyful, you know, kind of moods. Some of you might feel at certain points during the next 7 days like, oh, I'm so bound up with all these different things I have to do here. We have the gentleman and the sun here as well. This could be in regards to a masculine in your life. Some of you might be making a contract with a masculine. It doesn't have to be a negative thing even. I know he looks kind of frustrated here, but also like obviously contracts are not always bad, and neither is commitment. So some of you might even be committing in your relationship or something, or going to some level of commitment. Okay, let's see. I think that's all. Maybe I should do some charms. Let's just do some charms. Because why not? Oh, beautiful. We have Aries energy twice. Okay, so Aries with the charms. Okay, so Aries energy abounds. It's Mars ruled. It's energy. So I think a lot of you are going to be quite busy, quite... you know, just all over the place. You guys might find that you're really, you know, just getting all over the place. You're full of energy. You are, you know, go type of energy. And then, of course, we have the bee, which can talk about, the bee can definitely be connected towards work and all that sort of thing, too. I'm actually looking up here. I want to look at the bee in this book, see what it says. Oh, because bees produce wax, they are frequently linked to places of Christian worship, such as abbeys, since the monks and nuns use wax to make candles for the church. Some of you might like some honeybee candles or something like that, wax candles. Honeybees are believed to have magical powers to foresee the future and are considered by many to be deities in their own right as well. That's an interesting little fact. But of course, the bee is often reflected about work. And so being busy like a bee, obviously. And then, of course, we also have the watermelon as well. So to me, that could mean life is sweet. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's how I look at watermelon, to be honest, is that it's like sweet. It might be a little bit of work, but most of all, it's just sweet and it's nice. So I want to say that you should expect good things. And then we have also, by the way, and it's cool because we had all those angel symbolisms, and we have made for an angel as well. Some of you might be really, because here's the angel here. So some of you really have an angel watching out over you over these 7 days. So there you go. Those are your messages for the week ahead. I really do hope that this is a helpful reading for you and that it gives you some guidance. Take care of yourselves and lots of love. Hello, my friends. So you chose group number 2 here with this heart with buttons. Some of you might be doing some sewing projects maybe, or mending buttons, or mending something. Maybe not for all of you, obviously, but yeah, that could be for some. We have here beautiful, beauty. Okay, we've got a theme going on here. We have got the bull, the mountain, independence, and the apple. Ooh, okay, so wow, I'm kind of surprised here that 2 cards that represent beauty popped out, because that seems to be a theme. Some of you might actually be working on feeling beautiful. Some of you might be really focusing on self-love and, you know, inner strength. Beauty is far more than your outward physical appearance, of course. So, you know, it's the temple that houses and cares for you is really quite amazing. Safely stored inside it is an endless wealth of thoughts, feelings, and heightened senses, all your very own. Beauty is found within one's soul. Be cautious about the facade many wear on their exterior shells. Look inside the mirror of the soul to see true inner beauty. Care for your body and show it how grateful you are. Put yourself on a pedestal. You deserve to be acknowledged and appreciate your own value. Yes, you are enough. Show your strength and continue to challenge yourself in growth. The reward will be fulfilling and your inner beauty will glow. Beautiful. Exactly. So yeah, I feel like here we definitely have some themes on perhaps taking care of yourself, putting effort into yourself. You know, this could be getting a foot mask or getting a face mask, or, you know, taking care of yourself. Maybe it's taking extra time on your hair, or, you know, doing stuff for yourself that feels good. Maybe even taking care of your health as an example, making sure that what you're putting into your body is nourishing and, you know, worthy of your consumption. With the wood nymph here, this is also, it says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and the splendor will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and inner grace will radiate out from you. Some of you might be really sprucing up your home. Some of you might be cleaning this week, or really like going through things, or trying to kind of create a more beautiful space for yourself. Maybe it's in your yard, or it's inside, but around your home. But I think beauty is somehow a focus. Of course, I would say, not to get caught up on, you know, outer beauty, especially in the world. A lot of times it's like you get on social media and there's so much fake shit, to be honest. And there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. It's fun to have fun. But yeah, sometimes it can be a little detrimental to our, you know, our souls when it kind of like knocks us down a little bit and makes us feel insecure. So sometimes we need to take a break from it. But overall, I think actually you're going to feel quite beautiful. And I want to say, I think many of you, like the majority of you, will actually get a comment on your looks, your physical beauty as well, though, over the next 7 days. With continuance, which is Apple, it says the future is assured and hope is all around for whatever is going on at the moment. Now is a brilliant time to work on your vision for the future, on goals and reevaluating past decisions. Apples also align with the energy of love, and especially on bringing romantic bonds closer together. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. I think someone in a romantic sense might mention your beauty or say something like that this week. Look at the individual elements of situations a little more closely and be sure that you stand strong in your unique qualities. And that's so interesting because it's like about really trusting in your own beauty and strength. And so that's definitely something that's a theme here. We have independence. You're gaining power. So definitely in life, you're gaining like some sort of power. You're gaining some sort of independence this week, because that's one of my blessing cards from my deck. So let's see here. Ooh, there might be a letter that indicates that you're getting some sort of independence. This might be something you've been waiting for a long time. This might also be saying that you're mature enough or that you are good enough. You know, maybe for some of you, it's like you graduate or something like that. And you're like, oh, now I don't have to go back to school anymore. I can go on and live my life, or, you know what I mean? I can go out and conquer the world, do the next stage. But yeah, I feel like for some of you, there's definitely some news coming in regards to independence. And of course, this could also mean like maybe money's coming in or something like that. It's going to give you a little bit more independence in your life. We have here the bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So again, that strength word keeps coming through over and over and over. And a lot of your beauty will be, you know, kind of tied up to your inner strength that you're going to show this week. But we also have major challenges to overcome. So one major challenge, the mountain. Okay. Oh, we have the nightmare. This might be conquering a fear. Okay. This could be a fear of rejection. I feel like your challenges are more mental this week. Okay, especially with that focus on beauty. And you may also need to take some strategies as well towards, you know, some worry in your life. Like here, it's like, I feel like it's actually, with this mountain, it's overcome easily by planning, you know, a strategy. It's like something where you can actually get through this with the correct, right amount of planning and sticking to it. Now, I want to go ahead and we're going to open this book up. I'm just going to kind of find a spot. And we're going with opal. That's what I saw first. The iridescence of the opal is caused by the large amount of water retained by the silica from which the stone is made, sometimes constituting as much as 10% of its mass. This water content causes the opal to have a higher degree of sensitivity than any other gemstone, a quality which informs not only its physical characteristics, but its symbolic meaning too. Because of its ethereal beauty, oh my God, beauty all around. You're beautiful this week, okay? Remember that. Its changing colors have also given a stone a distinct personal identity, as though it has a soul of its own. Changes in temperature can affect the opal. A sudden move from a hot room to a cold environment can even cause the stone to crack. The reputation of the opal as being unlucky seems to be a belief held by the Western people. Sir Walter Scott's book Anne of Geierstein may have contributed to this reputation. In the story, Anne is a baroness who wears a precious gem in her hair that is not actually ever named as an opal in the book, but it carries its qualities. The stone acts as a perfect litmus for the baroness's moods, flashing red when she is angry and sparkling when she is happy. The story becomes more sinister. Holy water is splashed onto the stone, which shatters. Anne faints and is found turned to dust like the stone. The opal's unfortunate reputation is not found anywhere else in the world. Its name comes from Sanskrit upala, which means precious stone. In Greece and Rome, it was called the pediros, meaning precious child, and also ophthalmos, meaning eye. Because the opal was associated with vision, this was extended to mean psychic vision and second sight. Ooh, very interesting. So some of you might have psychic visions. Of course, there's that fragility as well. So you might feel, maybe that's why that strength card's coming in, because it's like, hey, you know, you can be strong, or you're going to be strong, or you're going to take something on. That's really interesting. I didn't know all that about the opal. Did you? That's actually my grandmother's name, or was her name. She passed away in 1999 at 93 years old. Okay, so we've got the opossum for your animal this week. In order to accomplish whatever you've been striving to achieve, it will be necessary to stretch yourself a bit further than you think you can. The situation you find yourself in will require that you be a good actor, and that you'll have to exhibit behavior that's the opposite of what you're actually thinking or feeling. Ooh, that might be with beauty here, self-control and like strength. Maybe like, you know what I mean, with the moods of the Baroness that came through with opal, you might not be feeling that way. Do some planning and develop an effective strategy for the object of your concern, with backup plans in place in case your first effort doesn't work out. Strategy, the strategy card that came out. If you're in a tight corner, rely on your instincts to determine the best way out. Ooh, interesting. And then study Aikido or Tai Chi in order to learn to use dynamic and receptive forces as useful approaches in challenging situations. You find yourself using habitual self-defeating strategies to deal with challenging situations, and you want to develop more effective tactics. Oh, I think that's definitely something that should be, worked towards as well for you, because I think, you know what I mean? I think a lot of your challenges are literally yourself. You're very independent. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of strength. You're beautiful on the inside and the outside, and it's all about kind of going with it, you know what I mean? And believing in yourself. So let's get some charms. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we've got the Super Mario star. So this could mean invincible, because this is a star that makes you invincible in Mario. So you get it, and then you go do 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 do, and then you're like invincible. And then we have the key here. So there could be some really important events happening this week, and you may be able to actually really unlock these challenges. We also have the little girl here. So of course there might be a little girl that's very prevalent in your life. This could be a family member. Maybe some of you are babysitting or nannying or something like that. It also could be going back to remember things from when you were a child. Even like with that Mario thing, because that's like a childhood game for me. You know what I mean? The original Nintendo and then the Super Nintendo. Those are like huge parts of my childhood. And so maybe for some of you it's like, you know, going back to when you were a child and revisiting something. We also have here the elephant, which can talk about loyalty, but also to me it reminds me of a lot of inner strength and all of that. And then of course we have the butterfly, and again, beauty. The butterfly is associated with beauty and having fun, being frivolous, having a good time, being admired. I feel like a lot of you really will get some sort of compliment this week in terms of your beauty. But anytime you feel kind of like, oh, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not this enough, or I'm not that enough, do take heart and believe in yourself, okay? Your beauty's in your strength. And don't back down from opposition, right? Show strength and fortitude. Show that independence off. I think you'll have a good chance to do it. I think a lot of you will be in that mindset, okay? Any other message here for this next 7 days? Oh, we've got illness here. So disease, weakness, fragility. Some of you might catch a little cold, have some allergies or something like that, okay? And also illnesses usually, you know, are temporary by nature. So again, some of your things might be a little bit temporary. You might also feel pissed off by what you read in the news with protests. You might be a little bit frustrated, maybe about a law or commitment with some sort of legal matter as well. But yeah, so you might find yourself in an online debate or something, or debating in real life, or, you know, just feeling frustrated when you watch the news or something like that. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing for the next 7 days, you guys. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments below what your plans are for the week ahead, and did you like the reading? Let me know. Take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, my butterfly group. One thing I will say right off the bat, this too shall pass. So if you find yourself frustrated by any means or in a weird place over the next 7 days, the butterfly always carries a message of this will pass, you know, and things will be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. We have centered. We have got Aspen Spirit, courage. We also have courage as well with time. That's crazy. Okay. We have here torch and camel. We also have helpful item. So one of your blessings for the week ahead is a helpful item will appear in your life. Okay. So you might be getting something that's really going to help you in life, whether it's, you know, a new product for your kitchen, or, you know, maybe it's like a new washing machine. Mine's broken right now. I'm washing clothes in the bathtub. Who's been there? Who's been there? Leave a comment down below. It just went out like last week, and I'm like, finally built up so many clothes, and I'm like, I gotta take care of this. I need a washing machine. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have courage here as a big theme. 2 cards that say courage. That's really interesting. So we're going to talk about some courage today for the next 7 days. Okay, so number 13, courage, which is the herb time. Have faith in your own abilities and take steps and leaps forward with confidence. You can do this, and you should, as the energies of time are not only showing you positivity, but also a little mystical assistance. And this is definitely here with the torch. Afforded to you. If you are seeking an answer, it is positive as long as you act now. Failure to believe or care deeply enough can result in failure and delay. I feel like for a lot of you, Spirit is telling you, hey, heads up. There's something that's coming your way. You need to have the courage, and you need to do it. You need to persevere. You need to act on this. So keep your eyes peeled for opportunities, no matter where you are in life or what's going on. It's not something to be worried about. It's just like something good can happen. And it's like, but you need to jump on it. It's like, you know what I mean? That type of thing where you really need to just get on it. Okay, so the Aspen Spirit says, the energy of your inner spiritual warrior is ready to step forward to face any challenges or blockages in life. Be willing to accept help and be fearless. Okay? It brings a message of courage, protection, community, and the ability to face and overcome obstacles in life. And I love it because here we have the camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems. So you're gonna persevere and get over a lot of problems, I think, over the course of this next 7 days. What are they overcoming? We have the letter. This could be about communication, of course, here with the letter. This could be like some sort of communication that's going on with you. The stork here can also talk about, well, you know, I could say that it could talk about trips or travel. That's what I think about. This could be about opportunities that you're hoping to have as well with the stork. You might be waiting for some sort, maybe for some of you, it's like, hey, you need to put out that application, or you need to kind of write that letter or ask somebody for something, or you know what I mean? Like that might be the courage. With the stork here, we can also talk about moving or a change of residence, transitioning. So having the courage to move is an example, having the courage to upgrade, to, you know, travel, you know, go somewhere, that sort of thing, or ask for the promotion, or ask for a change, or, you know, reassigning yourself in work, or, you know, this sort of thing, okay? Like making improvements in relationships, all these sorts of things. But I feel like it does come down to communication here a bit as well. And I do feel like you will get over it with communication here with the letter. So it's like, again, send out that resume, ask for that, you know, promotion, ask for that raise, you know what I mean? Anything like that. Definitely show courage, and I think you'll see good results. We also have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So a lot of you are having some deep spiritual understandings over the next 7 days. Yeah, these are very significant. The key can talk about key life lessons, like really important things that happen or that are understood. This can be about the things that feel faded as well. It's like we're unlocking new positive movements as well. This could be like working on your crown chakra as well. And, you know, just, which is your link to, you know, the universe, your higher guidance, spirit. And then also, this could be about working through releasing anxiety and fear, actually, and living in courage, by the way. And like, you know, the courage to open the doors and all that sort of thing. Okay, so we've got that. We also have the card centered, which to me makes me feel like you guys might be meditating more or getting centered. That might be something to really focus on over the next 7 days. I'm actually going to pull that up here. What? Why is it? Oh, maybe it's here. There we go. Focus, connection, equilibrium. Stay in the center and you will be ready to move in any direction. Alan Watts. Oh, I love Alan Watts. Yeah, the moon phases can be a tool to guide you in achieving balance in your life. Obtain a moon calendar specified for the current year and the hemisphere you live in, northern or southern. The cycle of the moon entails waxing, growing, and waning, decreasing. The new dark moon symbolizes beginnings. The slate is wiped clean, and you can start fresh by setting new intentions. Wow, sorry. Yeah, so this can talk about intentions, seeking out the current phase of the moon, working within that phase as well. And then I got this new book for myself, and I'm going to take some kind of sign or symbol. Okay. Oh, we've got the Holy Grail. To say that something is like searching for the Holy Grail implies that the search is for a highly treasured and elusive object that might never be found. If there is a genuine Holy Grail, like the Philosopher's Stone, it has retained its hard-to-get status. The Holy Grail legend has direct links with two mystical pre-Christian items, the magical cauldron of the Celtic gods that never emptied and kept everyone satisfied, and the magical chalice that represents spiritual authority and kinship. However, received information about the actual physical Holy Grail says that it was either the cup that Christ drank from at the Last Supper or the vessel that caught his blood during his crucifixion. The sacred vessel subsequently went missing. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe for some of you, you guys are actually looking at like mysteries. Maybe some of you catch a program where it's like, I actually caught something, I think it was about the Ark of the Covenant, and it was like quite the interesting program. So some of you might be researching something like that's lost, you know, or maybe for some of you, it's like you're finding something that elusive, you know, Holy Grail for yourself as well spiritually. And then let's get an animal message as well. This book is like dirty. Ooh, we have the python. You'll soon embark on an educational process where you'll be required to assimilate a lot of knowledge very quickly. There's an area in your life where you're feeling suffocated and it's up to you to break out of it. Courage. You're going through a major transformative process, one that will result in the next evolution of who you are. Absolutely spiritual development and enlightenment. You're about to shed something that has outgrown its usefulness and purpose. With the opportunity that's presented itself to you, strike while the iron is hot is an appropriate aphorism. Strike while that is literally what it says. Whoa, that's what the cards were saying as well. It's like you got to strike while the iron is hot on something. It's like, do it. Okay. We here have good news, encouragement, miracle, and surprise. Like I told you, there's some sort of good news coming in. There's some sort of opportunity. There's something good happening. And it's like you gotta work on it. Like you gotta do it. You gotta act on it. I feel like that's the type of thing. We also have here alliance. So I want to say that friendship here could be like a big thing this week. You might be making a friend, talking a lot with a friend, or having good, honest communication with someone as well. I would say generally alliance makes me feel like relationships are on the upswing. Things are good. We also have reservation, desire, worth, and extravagance. Of course, this guy is like hugging his car. So this might mean that you're a little bit more materialistic, or you might be, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of object you're loving on. It doesn't have to be a car. I always am like talking to my plants outside, so it could be something like that. But maybe you guys do get something you really wanted because it's a helpful item. Maybe that's what it is. We also have idea here. So I love this because I feel like you're going to have some good ideas. Okay, we have inspiration, suggestions, and vision. So for some of you might have really good visionary things happening this week. Like you have a really good idea. And then again, with the courage, can you act on this idea? Can you bring it to fruition? You can actually, especially with the camel. Okay. We have here marriage. For some of you that are in a relationship, of course, you might be having a good time with your partner. For some of you, you and your partner are having goals, making goals, that sort of thing. But we have purpose, expectation, and destination. So I do feel like you're goal-oriented, especially when the idea comes in. I feel like you're going to be like ready to aim and take fire. And I would definitely encourage you to do so, okay, based on the cards. So some charms. We got the fish. Ooh, abundance is yours. You might get some money this week. Oh, we've got recycling here. We've got the paw. So there might be some dog in your life here or animal that's prevalent. We also have, ooh, the 4-leaf clover. So you might have some lucky energy around you, okay? And then we've got recycling. So there might be something here about upcycling, recycling old ideas as well, that sort of thing. So some of you might be doing DIY projects. Maybe you're like renewing something, or you're kind of like, something like that. We also have here the clock. So time might be important. Maybe you guys are on a tight schedule as well. Some of you might be counting down the days to something. We have here the bee, so it does make me feel like you're kind of busy. You're working, you're doing things. Some of you might get stung by a bee or have a cool encounter with the bee. We also have that fish, like I said, which the fish represents abundance. Okay, so money, abundance, wealth, these might be factors here. So like I said, I feel like some of you are getting paid this week, or you're going to get some money, or a good amount of money. Well, with that being said, that is your reading, you guys. I really, really hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for being here on the channel today, and I hope to see you again in the future. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 4 here with the books, this is your reading. Some of you might be reading a lot. There might be a lot of knowledge for you. Some of you might be researching something. It doesn't have to be that you're reading an actual book, but you might be really tuning in to information, researching, and all that sort of thing. We have here Enchanted, Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace, Energy with the orange, Knowledge, a new area of learning. Oh, no way. Yeah, with the books. No doubt, huh? Okay, so we've got knowledge, a new area of learning, and this is the blessing card for the week from my personal deck. And so I want to say that I think you guys are gaining some good knowledge over the course of this next 7 days. You might be learning something new, and I think it'll be a blessing in your life. Like, it's information that will bless you, that will help you. And ooh, what's interesting is that you may get it from a gentleman in your life. There might be some really good advice that comes from a gentleman, okay? This might be things, advice that will set you in the right direction. For some of you, this might be advice on how to make some money or to increase your finances, because of course the fish does, carry that energy of abundance. This also could be like good, a way to make positive changes in your life as well. This could be like a positive opportunities, you know what I mean? That sort of thing too. This could be about self-employed, freelance work, entrepreneurs. So there might be some good for some of you that are into those type of things. You might find some good advice as well here. Okay, now I want to talk about the orange. So energy is going to be quite high. I feel like some of you might be really trying to get your energy higher too. Adventure and rapid progress are indicated, and it is specifically anchored to your true purpose and the direction you are currently taking. Oranges indicate that anything is possible, although you need to get that willpower working hard. There will be challenges, but you can overcome them, and someone around you may need extra support at this time. Be wary of apathy or of losing interest too soon before giving something a chance, and of negativity. Whoa, okay, so definitely try to keep your vibe up, for sure. And I'm not saying that you'll be in like low energy or low vibes or something like that, but it might be like good for you to keep your productivity up or do what you can in that direction, of your life. Because apathy would be your only issue. The spirit of the wise woman of the grove says you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. This is really interesting because with grace, it's like acting with grace is going to be in your benefit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can't argue with people. Sometimes you just can't. And with beware of great pride, and someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, I feel like treating a situation with grace is going to be the best bet that you have. So I will say that might be a strong theme for some of you. It's just like letting go and letting them have their opinion, even if you don't agree with it. Just be like, yeah, well, the Creator knows, God knows, Spirit knows, however you want to put it. And, I'll live in my truth. They can live in theirs. You know what I mean? So that might be the best way to handle a situation. And with pride here, it's like shoving something in someone's face. Even if it's like the biggest temptation of your life, I would say it's ill-advised during this time, okay? They'll find out on their own. It is your choice to live an enchanted existence. Open the doors to mystery and magic in your life. Discover all that is in store and waiting just for you. A life that is mysterious, playful, and filled with hidden treasure is waiting for you to unearth it. Keep your mind open to all that is possible. Your world will be filled with many surprises. Sometimes it's helpful to reminisce and look back to your childhood years. Rekindle your carefree, natural feelings. Some of you might, with books here, maybe revisit a childhood book. I was in the bookstore today and I saw some fun old books, and it was like, Heidi, Little Women, Black Beauty, and I was just like, oh, I loved these when I was a kid. I was actually in the kids section today looking at children's books, and I'm like, because I just think they're fun. Anyway, maybe for some of you, it's like, go read something just simple and pure and innocent, and, maybe something that reflects, a childhood, like that you had. But yeah. Children seek out the extraordinary with inquisitive imaginations. They believe in magic, fairies, unicorns, and being able to fly just by using their arms as wings. They are not frightened, for they know these are good spirits who bring joy. Beautiful. So believing in, I think it's good for you to have faith this week. To have faith in the unknown, to put I guess it's like to put your belief in something kind of like innocent, as an example as well. Some of you maybe even need to like work with like fairies or something, or like really go back to something from childhood, like almost like, the childhood innocence and faith. We have here hesitation. We have family. Yeah, definitely work out on some of you might have an apology with a family member or an apology of some kind. Okay. Some of you might feel a bit of persuasion or temptation. There's also that idea of bribes. So watch out for emotional blackmail, okay? Or someone trying to kind of bribe you or persuade you to do something you don't want to do. Okay, let's see here. We've got some good cards. So first of all, hesitation. Let's talk there. So decision, confusion, and worry. So some of you might be really hesitating on something. I think you really should look at it from the eyes of a child. Like, try not to get caught up in negativity. Try not to be looking for the bad guy, per se. I think it's wise, of course, always to use, the wits of the fox. But don't get yourself too caught up, to where you can't make a move. Okay? You have the maturity and grace to, understand how to move forward, to proceed forward. If you feel hesitation, it might be for a reason as well. You know what I mean? Especially if your intuition's usually pretty on point. With family here, like I said, there's family bonds coming around, so I think you could be spending time with family. With apology here, like I said, there could be some sort of apology coming your way. Someone could reach out to apologize to you, or something like that. We have ship here. It could be somebody from far away. I feel like that's not for all of you. Like I said, there's that persuasion and bribe energy. So what's up with that? Because I kind of feel like this could be just sort of like someone trying to emotionally convince you to do something. This could be with work or, yeah, watch out for that. Fish and snake. This could be like sort of money bribes, or like maybe for some of you it's like they're trying to get you to come into work when you really don't want to. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, I need the money. No, screw it. Like, your peace is worth it. And especially with relaxation here, peace, tranquility, and easiness. Take your time. Take yourself. Take time for yourself, you know what I mean? We have sweetheart here as well. Pure, unconditional love, beloved. So some of you might be spending time with your sweetheart. And your significant other. Or somebody you like. Okay, I'm going to take this book here. I got it today, and I thought so it'd be so fun to do some bibliomancy. Ooh, we have the elm tree. Sadly, the elm population in both the UK and the US has been decimated by Dutch elm disease. And this lofty, dignified tree, which used to reach an age of 400 years or more, is now considered lucky if it reaches 30. Oh, that's sad. However, the symbolism of the tree is rich, as it befits such a beautiful specimen. Groves of elms were sacred to the goddess or the Great Mother, and some believe that the first woman was created by the elm tree. Such a large tree would have been seen as a protective force, and the elm was planted in particular in vineyards to shade the plants and protect the vines. As a result, it came to be linked with Bacchus, the Roman god of wine. The vine and the elm were effectively wedded. The elm is also connected with death, and the wood was used to make coffins at a time when the tree itself was not so rare. The elm has a special affinity with the elves that are said to guard burial grounds, so the tree was associated with these places. Oh, that's funny because I mentioned fairies. So elves, fairies, fantasy. Maybe that's what you need, like just to watch a fantasy, like just turn on Lord of the Rings or something like that, or turn on something that just really piques your mind. The Last Unicorn. There's so many great ones. You know what I mean? The size of the elm meant that they made a good marker in the landscape, so much so that they often had pet names and were used as meeting places. In the U.S., the famous Liberty Tree in Boston, Massachusetts, was a colossal elm, beneath which the so-called Sons of Liberty met from 1766 onwards. Wow. Very interesting. So for some of you, I feel like this could also be an indication to take care of things that don't have a long life. Maybe in certain situations, it's better just to use grace in a situation because perhaps, you know what I mean, it's not worth the cost. You know what I mean? Like enjoying what you have while you have it. And I'm not talking about literal death. I'm talking about, metaphorical. Okay, so we've got that. I want to get you an animal message for the week as well, just like I did for the other groups. So I've got my Stephen Farmer book, and we're going to go to a page, and yes, it's dirty. I know I spilled coffee on it. Okay. Eel. Others, both male and female, will be increasingly attracted to you, and some of this attraction will be sexual. Take several classes in Kundalini Yoga and continue to practice at home. If you're going to embark on a spiritual pilgrimage in the near future, one that will so profoundly alter your sense of who you are that others may not even recognize you. Some of you might be going through strong spiritual shifts. You'll soon get to the bottom of a question or puzzle that's been bothering you. Nice. So look at that. Some of you might have a recurring dream that has you puzzled as well. And for some of you, it's like too much thinking and analyzing. You'll want to take a break from that. But yeah, look at that. Increasingly attracted to you. Some of you might be extra hot or extra good looking or extra attractive, getting extra attention over the next 7 days. Oops. Okay. Oh, there we go. The books fell over. Oh, we've got this one. This reminds me of the last unicorn, by the way, this charm in particular. So some of you, I don't know, check it out. But of course, it's a horse actually too, though. And then we have Taurus and Libra as a science. We also have this locket with a key. Heart with a key. I guess you could say unlocking your heart's desire. Could be like a, possibility here. For some of you, you might be keeping, your heart under lock and key as well. Or maybe someone unlocks your heart or really gets you to open up as well. With Libra and Taurus, there can be a focus on work, money, but also relationships as well. So that might be a big focus for you this week. Money, work, such things like that. Some of you might feel like shopping or spending money, that sort of thing as well. But yeah, maybe there's a balance between these things in your life as well. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 4. That's your next 7 days. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it was helpful for you. Take care and have a beautiful and blessed day and blessed week, and I'll see you next time.